Movies are flopping left and right. Studios are panicking, losing their minds, taking whatever bet they can, falling back on things they think are gonna work. Is it working? No! Everything's flopping at the box office.
What are they gonna do about it?
They're gonna make another remake, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make another superhero movie that doesn't make any money. They're gonna make another live-action Disney movie that no one wants to see.
I don't think they care what people want. I think it's formulaic. I think they pull old scripts instead of, like, looking for new ones. And I think that they find it cheaper to CGI things and people now in. Like, don't they scan people's faces now?
They've been scanning people for years.
Yeah, it takes all of the love out of the craft. It's like a baked store-bought good instead of a homemade one. And that's why nobody will pay for the movie tickets anymore. If I'm gonna eat a stale cookie, it's gonna be at home where it's cheap and I'm cozy.
Brother, these movies keep ballooning in cost. Have you seen how the price tag to make a movie anymore? It's like you can't make a movie anymore for less than $100 million.
Which is ridiculous, because the price that they put out does not seem to affect anymore the price that they bring in.
You know all that money's just going towards cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're just snorting it all.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at least 50 million of it's got to be cocaine.
The entire miscellaneous column of the movie budget is drugs.
Just entire snow castles there on set.
What really grinds my gears is because they do the CGI and the replacing of people and the scanning of people, all of that to quote-unquote save costs. So why are the costs still ballooning? Where is the money going other than drugs?
Let me tell you why no one wants to go to the movies anymore.
No
one wants to go to the movies anymore because ticket prices have skyrocketed like 20 bucks a pop. 20 bucks a head. Think about that. You guys shell out a yuppie dollar bill every time for every person you want to get into that movie. Who's got money for that? Imagine you got a family of 5. That's 100 smackaroos like right there. No one's going to pay that. You know what they're going to do? They're going to wait it out. They're going to wait all of 2 weeks that it's going to take for the movie to come to streaming. Because what's the incentive to go to the movies when you know it's just going to come to streaming in a couple of weeks anyway? I could pay $100 to see the movie on the big screen, or I could just wait 2 weeks, sit in the comfort of my own home, and watch it then. Snacks? Snacks are overpriced at the theater. No one wants to pay big money on those. You go and get some popcorn, well, that's another 50 bucks right there if you get a soda with it. You get a soda at home. You get a bag of popcorn. That's maybe 5 bucks. You're saving loads of money just sitting on your ass at home, not going to the movies. The best part is that they're blaming audiences for why they're not going to the movies. Oh, we're making all these great movies and nobody's going to see them.
Right.
Yeah, because you guys have trained us that we're just going to get to see it in a couple of weeks anyway. Oh, sure, we got money to burn. Wages are stagnant as ever. No one's getting paid any more money, but sure, let's go see a movie for 20 bucks a crack. You know, for a while they were panicking too that we weren't going to go see all those superhero movies, but honestly, with the garbage they were putting out, who wanted to see them anyway? You guys remember the Marvels? Here's the catch-22. They keep going back to the superhero movies because no one's going, quote-unquote, no one's gonna see the regular movies that they make, the new movies that they make. But then no one wants to see the superhero movies because they've been of such low quality. They've gotten better, but still, you can just wait like a month and then boom, there they are in Disney Plus. Do you really need to spend money to go see Venom: The Last Dance? God knows I didn't. I just waited for it to come out on Blu-ray and it was the right choice because that movie was balls.
I feel like they're not following the very general rule of during happy times people watch tough movies and during tough times people watch happy movies. It is a tough time, we need happy movies, and we're getting like Oppenheimer.
I wouldn't want to watch a movie about a nuclear bomb even if it were happy.
Right.
Even if the sun was shining and flowers were blossoming out my ass, I wouldn't want to see Oppenheimer.
Right. I also think movies are too long. They're much too long. Go bring back 90-minute movies. It should be illegal to make a movie that's more than 2 hours.
Well, there might be something to that, because there's been a lot of times during the movies I've gone to see like a 2.5-hour movie, and there's been no piss break during that.
Yeah, if I can't pee during a movie, I won't go see it.
You got no business making a movie that is like 3.5 hours long with no intermission. That is insanity. These movie makers will get mad at you for not sitting down and watching their whole movie in one go, but if they're not going to respect my bladder, why should I respect their movie?
Right.
They need an intermission if they're going to be longer than 90 minutes.
You know what happens once the movie passes 90 minutes? In my head, I'm mentally editing what should have gone on the cutting room floor.
What do you think the future of movies is going to be if no one really wants to go to the theaters anymore?
Streaming.
Streaming?
In a word. And here's the thing. We had hit the point where, like, streaming was clearly where it was going, so everybody tried to make their own service, and now it got more complicated than cable. And so now they're starting to consolidate, and that's why the streaming services are buying each other. And eventually, I think they'll keep buying each other until one comes out on top.
It'll probably be Amazon. I'm so tired of all these places making their own streaming service. Not everybody needs their own streaming service.
Right.
You got PBS with their own streaming service. Paramount with their own streaming service. Granted, Paramount has a lot of movies, so maybe they deserve their own streaming service.
Yeah.
Netflix, they've been around forever, whatever.
They started streaming services.
Pretty much.
Other than, like, YouTube, I guess.
Amazon, they own practically everything anymore. But does there really need to be a Hulu when there's already a Disney Plus? Does there need to be an ESPN when there's already a Disney Plus? Why don't you just put it all on Disney Plus and call
Just
it
say
a day?
you want Disney to come out on top.
Well, they already own them. What's the difference? If they already own them, why are they competing against themselves?
He's like, put everything in the mouse house.
They already own them. It's already in the mouse house. You don't need 3 separate services. Just put it all on Disney Plus. Call it a day.
They're probably working on the merger. Give them a day.
They've had years. Point being, not everything needs its own streaming services. All those little streaming services, you could just pack it up, put your shit on somebody else's streaming service. One of the ones that are already like one of the biggest ones. So I guess Hollywood better get used to streaming services because that's where their movies are going. Especially if nothing's going to happen with movie making and movie theaters. The prices apparently aren't going down to theaters and the budgets aren't going down at the movies.
Yep.
So I don't know. If they don't want to make $100 million movie and they're not seeing a profit off of it, I don't know. Maybe they should start thinking a little smaller. Maybe scale back. Maybe stop snorting so much cocaine and make movies instead.
I also think they can make smarter movies. I think they think people are stupid and they dumb the movies down too much. Like, number one, maybe not number one, but like one of the top streamed movies right now, Conclave, because the Pope just died. And it's a complicated thriller, but you know what? It's got like 6 million streams or something right now.
Well, it helps that everybody's Catholic. That every movie needs to be Avengers Endgame. Sometimes it's okay. In fact, many times it's okay to just make a Dodgeball or a My Dinner with Andre. I would be okay with them just making a slew of Arnold movies. You could just make more Arnold movies with Arnold, despite him being like 75 years old. I'd still watch him. Have him do another Commando type movie. Have him do a Raw Deal. Make some more movies like that instead of all the bullshit that we're getting with, I don't know, franchise pictures that don't go anywhere. Remember when Universal made a whole Dark Universe Mummy movie that went nowhere past the first movie?
No, I don't.
Well, soulmates, why do you think all these movies are flopping left and right? Do you think it's because of streaming services? Do you think it's because things are just too damn expensive? Why don't you let us know down in the comments, because we'd love to hear what you think about this. Be sure to check out our other videos about bad movies and why we love them. And I'll see you again soon. Well, we'll see you again soon. Thanks again, guys. We'll catch you later.
Bye.